Hi, I thought I'd make a video because there's so much going on at the moment that is pushing and pulling people, polarizing them between one extreme and another. And I really just feel at this time we need some help, and it'll be different for everybody what kind of help you need. But I feel that what's coming through could be of benefit to some people. So that's why I'm out in the woods today making this video. So as you probably know from watching some of my stuff, it's really this light language that comes through, which is about moving the energy and opening up something so that you can get a different perspective, that you can open the space within and understand something in a different way, or just move something that's feeling very stuck or feeling very, very heavy, or you don't feel like you can really get out of it. So what's coming in is it's like moving my hands through your energetic field around the body. And it's a bit like, it's a very, very delicate feeling coming in, a bit like the wings of a butterfly, opening and closing, opening and closing. And it's it feels like it's this kind of gossamer threads of gold moving through your auric field. And it's in our auric fields where we can create the transformation, and it's where illness, it's where illness starts and moves into matter, into the physical body. So it's a beautiful place to work, and it's somewhere that you can work no matter who you are. It's really just allowing the body to move where it needs to go when you set an intention. So it can be your hands, it could be your whole body. It's just, do not be self-conscious about it, but just do it. And let any sounds come through that need to come through. Ite dao, ite te wa, te te wa, te te wa, te te wa, te 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 wa, te te. And there's a beautiful group of trees here where I'm sitting, and it really feels like they're coming forward, asking if they can be part of the medicine in this session. And it's a really great honor, so I'm saying yes, please. And they're saying it's a great honor to work with all of you. And they're predominantly silver birch trees, which are really, really beautiful trees, as all trees are, but I have a very special affinity with silver birch trees, so it's interesting. Those are the ones that are sitting right in front. They have, it's this, so they have such a lightness about them, at the same time as this enormous strength. And so they're really talking about the medicine that is available for us all, really that we can pluck the medicine from the air. You know, we don't have to have it in physical matter. We don't have to have the essential oil or the plant or the herb, the vibrational remedy that we need in our hands physically, but we can, with intention, just pluck it out of the air and put it in the body where it needs to go. Everything is vibration, so, whether it's this, so you need song medicine, you need to sing out something, you need to sing forward something, you need to move it with a breath, or it's that you need a particular vibration of something which is across the planet, you need Australian bushflower medicine, and of course there are remedies available, but it's not always accessible. You might not have the money, or you might not have access to it in the country that you live, and so you can just with intention pluck it out of the air, and you might not even know which flower it is, but you know that it's an Australian bushflower remedy. So you just ask for whichever is the most perfect one in this moment to help you to come into your field, come into your body. You can just see if you need to drink it, put it on your lips, maybe you need to put it into the skin, into the stomach. It's a really, really beautiful way of working, of giving yourself a treatment, even if you can't access a practitioner. And it's this self-care, and really putting aside this any kind of that can't work, that can't. But look at the power of prayer. They've now proved that prayer has a profound effect when a group of people are praying for somebody, for the health of somebody, the well-being of somebody. Even just one person praying actually has an effect on that person, has an effect on the city, if it's a city that's being prayed for, really has a tangible effect. So it's really not to be pushed aside, unless of course you want to. It's really, we have it at our fingertips, and it's beautiful. E te aua, te popa, te wā, te wā, te wā, te wā, te wā, te wā, te e te aua, te wā, te wā, te wā, te wā, te wā, te e te aua, te wā, te wā, te wā, te. And this tree that's really sitting in front of me is talking about this, the rooted, where we are rooted, and it's the meeting of the land and our bodies, and where we choose to root, or what environment we choose to be in. And sometimes we have no choice about the environment that we're in. For a time we need to stay where we are, there's something that we need from that environment, or but it's really about trying to move into spaces, into environments that feed us, that nourish our bodies, our souls, our minds, our spirits, and really bringing forth that allowance of ourselves, that the expansion, and it's a bit like it's combing through the field, really opening up again, like these gold gossamer threads through the field. And I'm getting this image of the butterfly sitting on top of your head, and it's just really, it's a very small movement it's moving its wings, but it's having a big effect on your energy field, on your how you feel in your body. And I feel like there's a kind of calling in with this, a calling in really of, I feel like there's a group of people coming in, and they are like ready to lay down their weapons, ready to lay down their defense, ready to work together on this expansion, on this not in this polarizing of I'm right and you're wrong, of there is this only one way. We're all beings on our own journeys, but also on this journey together at this time for the planet. And it's really beautiful, this, and I can see a lot of swords. So it's almost like there's carvings on the handles, some are in wood, some are in silver, very sharp, some of them very heavy, and there's kind of there's a war vibration, there's a fight vibration, but at the same time these beautiful beings coming in who they at the same time they have this lightness as well as this vibration of defense, having to defend who they are, defending their territory, their way. So it's like a kind of smoothing of of that war vibration, and a really like an allowance of their being. And I'm seeing a lot of purple, which is interesting. There's a lot of purple, actually. I think there's also purple on the screen I can see. And it's interesting because I'm sitting next to a fire that's burnt out, and there are benches around the fire, and it's a gathering place. It's actually next to a teepee in the woods, which is, it's these gathering places, and for me it conjures up these old places of gathering, and it's now we have new places of gathering, but it's really the coming together around the fire, but an understanding that I think there's like a fear that the fire in some of us has gone out, that there is no hope, there's no hope for the world, there's no hope for us, there's no hope to kind of come out of where we are. But what I'm being shown is actually deep within there is always the fire. It's just that we need to stoke it, we need to nurture it, we need to feed it. Again, this feeding, and the tree is coming in really with this deep honouring of all of you, this deep honouring of our sacredness, and this understanding that we are sacred, and that to act from this place, when we're acting through the fear, through the anger, through the defense, through the I need to fight because they're wrong and I'm right, and this polarization. I mean, it's not that we don't stand up for things that we don't believe in. It's not that we let people walk over us. It's not that we don't point out something when it feels wrong to us, but it's something really about this allowance that we are all sacred beings. The trees are sacred beings, are our brothers and sisters, and we all have medicine to give the world. And it's really, if we can allow, it's like instead of having to defend, we can open. Instead of having to fight, we can create a dialogue. And of course, the question is always, how do we do that? How do we do that? But always the place to start is within ourselves. Where are we fighting ourselves? Where are we in defense? Where are we pushing down something that wants to come through? Where are we not allowing? And I just think about my own journey with my healing. I have had to and over time wanted to allow the healing to come through, and have worked with people now for 20 years with it. But now it's come to a point where I need, it's so powerfully coming that I need to work with making videos and doing things in a different way. And I could keep stopping it, but actually it's actually been harming me trying to do that. Like at the beginning of my journey, I was getting very ill, not allowing it, and now needing to expand more. It harms you in the end, and so it's to allow this flow that wants to move through. It's to allow, yourself, give yourself space, honor yourself for the sacred being that you are, and it's about the reciprocity I'm really getting from the trees. It's the reciprocity. It's not really taking more than you need. It's not decimating land. It's not for your own ends. It's really really asking yourself, can I take this? Is this mine? is this good for the generations going after me? Is this somewhere that is healthy for us to live, just by, cutting down huge parts of the forest in order to build housing? Of course, we all need housing, but it's just how you do it, and is this in a healthy place? They're the questions coming up, and that's very much my own questions. But I wonder if it's something that I really feel it's like about this honoring, this deep honoring of each other, and of an understanding that we are all sacred. No one is above anyone else. We're all on different journeys. Just because you're wearing certain things does not make you better than someone else. Just because it's not that. That's not it. And there's really no label that can fit anyone. Like, we try and label each other, we try and make each other fit into boxes where we can understand each other. And really, all of us have we're so huge, we're so magnificent, and we don't fit into boxes. And I realize that one of my roles here is to question that, just question the structures. The structures can hold us as well, but they can limit us. And but I won't talk so much more, but it's just really this moving into this understanding of the sacredness of all life, the sacredness of ourselves, and our abilities to move energy, to shift from where we are. And everything is valid. Whatever is happening is valid, but it's do we want to stay in it? Do we want to contract, or do we want to expand? And if we want to expand, how do we do that? So ate wa tete wa tete ne wa te wa te wa tete wa tete wa tete wa tete te wa tete wa tete wa tete te 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 wa tete wa tete te wa tete wa te wa te wa te wa te wa te wa te. So feel it in your heart. Wa tete wa tete wa tete te 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 wa tete te 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 wa tete te te wa tete te te wa tete 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 na wa te wa tete 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 wa te. This honey energy coming into the heart. This tree medicine working with you, and understanding your strength, understanding who you are. Te wa te te wa te te Way te wa te wa te wa te wa te mua te. Can I see the butterfly? Dia la wa te wa te wa te. Wa te 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 wa te. E au wā te wo te wā te wā te e ki tau wā te ua te wā te wā te wā te wā te wā te wā te u te wake te poka te popa te wā te ua te wā te wā te wā te wā te wā te wā te. So now it's about bringing in, if you feel it's what you need, the silver birch tree medicine. He te wā te ui te wā te. And I need it in my eyes. Ui te wā te my left eye. Wā te ua te wā te ua te wā te ua te ua te ua te ua te. Now the right ua te. Almost like it's a paste. Wā te we te wā te. Ua te e wā te ua te ua te wā te ua te. Wā te wā te wā te wā te. So it feels like the tree is just going to give you a transmission. Feels like an opening of the sap within, helping you to feel the sap rising within. He wā te wā te wā te wā. Reclaiming your fire, your sacred fire. So many blessings, wow.